Actually see the eggs right there, the lighter colored area. That is her ovaries.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. My name is Kasia. I am your host, and I just kind of realized that the window's behind me and everyone in the parking lot is gonna watch me record, and it's very awkward. But without kind of getting to ramble about that, I have a tank behind me, and yes, it is a spawning tank. Finally, I am going to be continuing the Betta Breeding series, and I'm hoping to make it as good as the first one, because the first one was pretty cool. The second one was meh, so this time I think let's try and make it better.
So here is the tank. This is a 10-gallon tank this time. Usually I would do a 5-gallon in the past, but I'm gonna try a 10-gallon. We'll see how it goes. This is spawn number 3, so I guess I could try to experiment a tiny bit. As you can see in the corner right here, we have a sponge filter. I'm trying out a different type of sponge filter that I got from King Lee from Twin City Guppies. So I'm trying it out. It's having quite a big bubbling party over here, but if you look in the other corner right here, the water right here is very still. So this is a good area for a bubble nest to be built. So you don't have to turn down your sponge filter low, because I've heard some people say that you have to have it at bubbling like 1 bubble per second. No, you can have a little bubble party as long as you look at the top of your tank, and as long as the disturbance is usually on one side and then the water is very calm and still on the other. That's good enough. What else do we have in here? We have some water lettuce. That is the magical floating plant on top. We have a little bit of Anubias Nana Petite, which is kind of over there and kind of stuck to this little piece of driftwood. We do have one Indian almond leaf just kind of hanging out here, just so we can start growing some nice little bacteria and organisms on here for Fry to eat, but I don't have anything else. I still need to add in a heater. We do have some Malaysian trumpet snails in here that will help kind of keep the cycle going, but there's not a whole lot. I'm waiting for my heater to get in here. I do want to tape the paper to the side because it just doesn't look very pretty right here, but we do have other fish in here. We have some Placidochromis jallo back here, a group of babies and growing out. They're not mine, they're from Mike from my local fish club. I'm just growing out these little babies for our club. But over here, if you noticed, the paper in the back isn't looking too super pretty. It doesn't really matter what color it is, but usually when you block off your tank, you will have a better chance of being able to spawn your fish a bit better. In my case, I don't really want to commit to painting a tank, even though painting a tank looks so much better. So in this case, I'm just using paper. And I'm trying white because I feel for purposes of filming, it might be a little easier to kind of, as you can see everything under here, because then everything looks really bright. But we're gonna see. If I have a hard time filming the Betta pair, I could swap this out for a different color. So the color doesn't particularly matter. What matters is giving the fish some privacy, and I might get some cardboard to block off half this tank and maybe just keep the spawning area unblocked so the fish don't get too distracted. But that's kind of what I have going on with the spawn tank.
And we're gonna be spawning the 2 siblings that are the kids of Arnold. And you might be wondering, Kasia, they're related. Why are you breeding 2 related fish? And that is a very good question. Usually when you line breed bettas, especially when you're selecting for specific traits or you want to accentuate certain traits, what you will do is you will breed back either parent to child, or you will breed a sibling spawn with fish. Not like mammals, you can get away with some inbreeding before it becomes problematic. So usually the number that everyone seems to mention online is you don't go past 7 generations of inbreeding. In my situation, I am I had the first pair, then we had, which were unrelated, then the first breeding after that was the related spawn, so this is the inbreeding number 1, and then this spawn that is upcoming is going to be inbreeding number 2, so I'm only going 2 generations, and I think the goal would be after these 2 generations, I'm going to outcross. So even though you can go to up to 7 generations, doesn't necessarily mean you should, so I'm going to plan on outcrossing a bit earlier, just to make sure that there are no genetic problems popping up or things don't go too bad. The reason why I want to do a little bit of line breeding with sibling pairs is because I really want to focus on the koi marbles, and usually when you breed siblings, especially when you're working with marbles, you get more stability, you get more fish that kind of produce more of the colors or traits that you want. It's not always the case, but marbles are still tricky. I'm still figuring it out. So I hope that you will enjoy following me along on the journey. So
we're going to be spawning this guy. This is Arnold's son. He is a marble koi. He is black and white. I guess some people would consider that panda koi, but he's just a marble. So this is the lovely gentleman right here, if my camera will decide to focus on him. He's super cute. He's kind of on the smaller side, but the female that he's gonna spawn with is also on the smaller side, so that's totally okay. The girl, on the other hand, look how chubby she is. She's ready. She's ready for babies. So this is the female. She's a very cute, chubby koi girl. Look at her, and you can actually see the eggs. Right there, the lighter colored area, that is her ovaries. How cute and adorable is this little girl? So that is the lucky lady that's going to be spawning. As you can see, she's ready to go, but the tank is not ready. We must wait. And hopefully things will work out. But she is really pretty. What I like about her is she has been, she has been marbling very slowly, which is kind of what I'm looking for. I want fish that marble slowly, because these are usually the ones that will hold their pattern longer. So we'll see how that turns out. This is what I have to deal with. Can I help you? Just thinking about it. Oh, there she comes. Hello. You're so cute. Rub the kitty butt. Are you gonna tell people about fish? Are you gonna introduce them to my Betta Breeding series? Give me a kiss. I love you. Yeah. No? No, rejected? I'm being so rejected right now. Oh, there's nails going in my nose. Okay. I'm editing the video right now that you guys are watching, and I look over and I gave my poor plecos an algae wafer. And usually I wait until light is off, but I gave it to him a little earlier, and he has to share it with all the placidochromas. Look at them. They had their dinner, but look at him. He's such a trooper. He won't give up his little algae wafer. He's like, no, I think it's the female actually. So she's like, no. You cannot. It is mine. It is for the pleco. Oh, and their lights just turned off. It's dark. Good night.